What is up, internet? I am FC here at Drippy Whips, and today I want to talk about my Voss 993 motorcycle helmet. Now, the reason why I want to talk about it and do a review on it is because there's not a lot of people out there who even has videos on this particular helmet. This is a helmet that is stated on their official website. That is their top tier helmet. The 993 is supposed to be their highest spec helmet that they have to offer. And so I have one of them right here in this beautiful livery, which they call the Bogeyman. This is an absolute awesome helmet visually and in comfort. Now, I'm not sure if this helmet in particular is made for racing or something like that, or if it's just made for general consumer use. Let me talk about it just a little bit before we jump into this review. See, to jump into specifications, if you want to get a really good idea what this thing can offer, I highly recommend you take a look at the official website because it will have a lot more information than I'm going to be able to remember. But just by taking a look at it, we do have a couple features here. On top, we have an air vent, just in case if you're riding out there, you want to get your head nice and cool, and then a front vent as well. I actually opted for the photochromatic lens because I am a night rider. I ride about 2 a.m., 5 days a week, and so I need to be able to see what I'm doing. But since I got this photochromatic lens, they also sent me a couple free lenses as well. And so I have, lenses to pick and choose from. But this lens, I know it looks fishbowlish, but it does turn very dark. It's very black. And so, people who are looking at me won't really be able to see me that well in daytime. So that's one thing that's really cool. Some people really are super serious about not having their face being shown, but me personally, I don't care. Safety features are pretty standard for this helmet. It's nothing too run-of-the-mill versus other helmets out there. It does have some good padding and emergency pulls. The chin lock is very nice, real easy, snaps into place, and overall aesthetic is really cool as well. I opted for the Bogeyman one because I was like, it's just really cool, and it matches my motorcycle right here. And it looks really good. That's probably one of the biggest things why I got this bike. It's more or less for cool aesthetic. It looks like it breathes real easily, vents back here. Looks like as air flows into the helmet, it can vent out in the back. And so that's one reason as well too, because I wanted to be able to breathe very well, as I'm gonna be mainly just a primary summertime rider. This back spoiler, if you will, it does pop out. It is interchangeable. They do offer a whole plethora of colors, but I opted for black because it just looks good. Now, when it comes to like wind noise, I'll post a clip up of me riding just so you can hear. I keep a microphone right here inside of the chin, just so you can get a good audio of how much wind noise actually gets in. Since it's so breathable, you're actually gonna get quite a lot of wind noise if you're doing anything 60 plus. But if you're someone who's worried about super wind noise and you're just doing regular traveling, anything below 60, you're gonna have no issues. You're gonna be able to hear everything. The wind noise is very deafened, and you're not gonna have your eardrums blown out versus when you start hitting those higher speeds. And so that's one thing that's really cool as well, that it's very ergonomical for when it comes to regular riding out there in person. Chin mounts do make a mount for this particular helmet as well. So if you're someone like me who wants to attach a camera onto it, you are able to, because they offer a mounting system, which from my experience is working very well. It's just been quite a delight having this helmet. It's nice. It's not too heavy, not too hefty. The weight is more in the back of the helmet than the front, which is super nice. Some of the other helmets I've worn, they're pretty heavy in the front, and your head starts to tilt down after a while, even with the wind force. But with this helmet, I feel very well leveled. It feels very well balanced versus other helmets I've had in the past. Helmets like Alpine Star, Built, and a couple other ones that I don't remember because it's been quite a long time. O'Neill, I used to have an O'Neill helmet, I guess, back when they're still popular. But yeah, you can do a lot of customizations with this thing. You can add a cardo if you wanted to do that. I don't have one because I don't need one, not right now. I just use my headphones built in. But there's a lot of customizations you can do with this helmet. It's very user friendly. And for the top tier helmet, I got to give credit where credit is given. This is actually very cool. Price is very manageable. You can get this helmet if you don't decide to buy a shit ton of lenses for like $250 before tax, depending where you're staying at. I'm here in the United States. This is a Canadian company, which blew me away how fast this got here because they're literally maybe a 10-hour drive for me if I wanted to go over into Canada to go get this by hand, if I wanted to go show up in person. But yeah, very breathable. Lots of space here in the nose area. There's a locking mechanism right here on the front. And I'm not sure if you're able to see inside of there, but it's just nice. Also, one thing that this helmet has to offer too, I need to talk about, is going to be its secondary lens. So let's open them up. So as you can see here, there is a secondary lens built in. And this is actually very nice to have if you're doing anything under 60. So if you do a lot of city riding and you just don't want to deal with having your visor down, having it fog up, just pop this little thing down on the side, little switch right here, boop, and opens it up, closes it, boop. Whenever I'm doing anything that's under 60 miles per hour, I will open this visor up and I'll throw this smaller visor down, which will give me good light protection as it's tinted. And I won't have to worry about all that wind in my face and my eyes as I'm riding because, going from stoplight to stoplight, it does get tiring having to open, close your lid, open, close. If you decide to keep it open, then your eyes might start watering from the wind force. It's nice having a secondary whenever I'm doing anything at low speeds. It's cool, it's ergonomic, and it just works. It gets the job done, and I'm not mad at it. The liveries are cool. I can't say anything on durability because I haven't crashed with it on, I haven't fallen it, nor have I dropped it. What I do know is rule of thumb for helmets is that helmets usually have one good crack, then they're pretty much done. After that, you need to get all new interior and stuff if you wish to keep the exo of the helmet. But I haven't experienced that. I haven't dropped my helmet at all, either just rummaging at home. I haven't just picked it up and dropped it, nothing like that. It's been pretty much well taken care of, if you will. Helmets, their insulation, their padding, their foam inside, they do have a shelf life. And so you have to look into the manual to discover what the shelf life of these helmets are. Sometimes they're, like 3 or 4 years, sometimes they're 5 years. I believe if I remember correctly, reading the manual of this one, this helmet's shelf life is about 4 years. So after 4 years, the foam, the materials inside, it starts to degrade. And so it's either time to replace the interior or get a whole new helmet in general. So this is not a forever helmet if you guys are thinking about buying a helmet and holding on to it forever. Sadly, that's not how these fancy helmets work. And so, yeah, that's just one thing you have to keep in mind when you're thinking about spending a lot of money on these helmets. They aren't made forever. But this one though, as soon as it does expire, it's going to become, really nice wall ornament, really cool. I'm curious what the Voss is going to come out in the near future, but this is one that I am super happy and excited for. I can't wait to do more riding with it. I've ridden with this helmet now for about 2,000 miles, and it's been a delight. If the wind noise is too much after you start hitting 60 and you're on the freeway, on the highway, and you're cruising at 70, 80 plus, again, make sure you have some ear protection because at those speeds, the wind noise is unbearable. Earplugs, earphones, whatever you want to use that helps you keep your ears safe, then I highly recommend it because this helmet as well has obviously wind noise issues. Even with the little chin thing down here to help protect wind, if you tuck your jacket in right there, you think you'd be okay, but still, it's more or less right here on the sides is where you hear all that wind noise. As the wind filters into the helmet, it's just blasting through your head into the back of it as it exits through the rear vent. And so you're gonna catch all of that. So if you're really worried about wind noise, just follow your typical measures, earplugs, get some Moto earplugs and you'll be golden, and a bunch of other stuff. But other than that, I'm going to end this video off by just telling you that I like it a lot. It's very comfortable. It feels well balanced, as majority of the weight of the helmet is towards the rear, which is probably why there's so much padding back there. Double lenses, which is really cool, depending if you're going to be riding in city and urban areas or if you're going to be on highway. You have your exterior lens, which can turn colors for me. Mine is a photochromatic, which means it gets dark by itself as sunlight touches it. And then an interior lens as well, just in case you're doing those urban ridings. Very customizable. Chin mounts do work. You can add Carta to it if you wanted to. You can rip out this pad right here and it'll fit right in there if you wanted to, if you have one of those. Or you can just attach it to the exterior helmet with adhesive mounts if you want as well too. But it's good, very breathable, very breathable. I don't sweat a lot in this helmet. Yeah, we've been having some beautiful, beautiful 80 to 90 degree weather, and I'm out there just cruising, having fun either on the highway or on the twisties, and I feel very confident with this helmet to keep me very cool and very protected. But yeah, that is my review of the Voss 993 Bogeyman Edition helmet. It's really cool. I like it. It's awesome. But yeah, I am FC here at Drippy Whips. I'll catch you guys on the streets. Big Bird out.